As a fan of LEGO, do you remember the last time you were actually surprised to see a new set on shelves? A price on the secondary market that you thought was reasonable? Multiple new themes in a year that you got to explore? For me, the answer is when I was a kid, and if that's yours too, and you're wondering what's changed, the one word I have for you is adults. Now more than ever, we're seeing the acceptance of and invitation to adults in the LEGO space, which is shown to be very beneficial for LEGO. But with this beloved customer base has come the same issues that plague other expensive hyped up hobbies like sneakers or streetwear. Take for instance the practice of reselling. When someone buys a bunch of an item and sells it for more than it's worth. This works best with items that are limited and highly sought after, so it's no secret why it works with LEGO. For example, when the Dark Falcon was released online on August 1st, within hours it went into backorder. After seeing this, I went online to find that there were a bunch of listings for it, starting at $200 all the way up to $400. These sellers are essentially using their shoppers' patience as leverage to sell their sets for outrageous prices. We're even seeing people resort to stealing sets in stores since they know there's money in it. Now our Targets and Walmarts have to lock up their LEGO aisles, and it takes away all the fun of looking around. Reselling also contributes to FOMO. A compulsive concern that one might miss an opportunity or satisfying event often aroused by posts seen on social media websites. I know that when September 1st rolls around and I see all the posts of people buying the new Nightmare Before Christmas set or draining all the sales stock at local stores at the end of the year, I'll feel an urge to go and do the same because I'm missing out on the opportunity to have something before or for cheaper than everyone else. I never had to think about any of this as a kid since it was all about how I was going to play with my models, but now it's all about buying a set, building it, and moving on to the next. I think another big culprit that goes hand in hand with us adults is social media. The biggest negative of LEGO social media, in my opinion, has to be the leaks and rumors. Now, when I was growing up, the only way to know when a new set was coming out was in LEGO magazines or trips to the actual store. I remember always going home from school hoping there would be a new issue in the mail because I could have a new set to think about before going to the store with my parents and hopefully getting it. The time between me seeing that new set in those magazines to when I could actually get it in store used to be my favorite part about collecting, but isn't anymore due to how long we actually have to wait for those sets to hit shelves. Whether it's for likes, follows, or money, people dig for the newest information about sets in the works so they can post about them early. A lot of the time, this information is labeled as rumors before the actual set pictures surface, but most of the time, these rumors turn out to be true. I remember last year on April 1st, a giant leak came out saying that we'd be getting a UCS Venator, Ghost, and all the other Ahsoka sets. The community was so excited to get these models that we'd been asking for forever. The only problem was we'd have to wait 4 to 5 months until they were actually released. I remember not being able to enjoy any of the other sets that LEGO had out at the time because all I wanted were the new ones, but by the time they finally came out and I built them, I wanted something else. On another more recent note, LEGO and the brands that collaborate with them are starting to take legal action on a lot of accounts that leak certain information too early. In a recent sticky situation, a certified LEGO retailer posted photos of the new Wicked sets early, which triggered all the leak accounts to post them as well. This is usually acceptable because it was the retailer's fault, but the next day Universal and LEGO had all the posts taken down and some accounts even deleted. I can't even imagine the team of people LEGO's put together to try and find these leaks because now there are so many different leakers looking for their internal information to share. Some of you might be confused as to why I'm even defending LEGO in this situation, but just imagine if it was your information being stolen and used online for money. Thanks to this video sponsor Incogni, I've gained a little more insight as to what LEGO goes through in moments like this. The fact is, our personal information is constantly being sold online in the shady market of these people called data brokers. Most recently, there was a huge data breach that leaked over 3 billion individuals' private information on the dark web. According to CBS News, this includes people's names, addresses, birthdays, phone numbers, and social security numbers. Basically, if you have a social security number and you're watching this video, your information was most likely involved. Just like how LEGO has to reach out to their leakers manually and make them take down their posts, the only way to avoid having your personal data sold and shared is by reaching out to these data brokers directly. As you'd imagine, this process takes a long time and has to be done consistently to see any real protection. But thanks to Incogni, they provide a service where they go out and take you off these data brokers lists for you. With their yearly subscription, they're consistently monitoring for you and making sure your information is protected and you don't wind back up in this shady system. My favorite part about this service is that they'll inform you if your data is leaked and what their process will be to take care of it. So if you're like me and want to keep your personal information protected, click the link in the description to learn more about Incogni and use code BRICKMASTER for an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni Incogni plan. Thank you Incogni for sponsoring this video. Let's talk about the big problems surrounding LEGO themes. We used to get new original themes all the time, but now they're super rare. The only original themes LEGO has out right now are Friends, City, Dreams, Icons, Monkey Kid, and Ninjago. And half of those have been on shelves for over 10 years now, so it's not like they're even that fresh or exciting to us anymore. Now look at all the original play themes that LEGO had from 2000 until retired. There are so many to even name, and instead I had to make this list. Now I know there were a few that didn't do so well, but I'm somewhat positive that if any of the good ones came out today, they would sell. Just think about getting an updated Exo Force-like theme with great mechs and a storyline, or an Agents theme. So why doesn't LEGO make these original themes anymore? Well, it's because they have a few that work for them and the Icons theme to look back on any of the ones I just mentioned. You see, the longer we fans wait for these old themes to return, the more nostalgia we have for them. Once LEGO catches on to this, they can produce a single set from that theme, charge over $200 for it, and watch it sell like crazy. Just look at how they're handling Castle right now. There's a large chunk of fans who have been asking for new sets for years now, so instead of LEGO pouring their money into a new wave that they're unsure about selling to kids, they can just make a couple larger and expensive sets to satisfy the needs of the demographic asking for them and rake in major profits. And that's not even mentioning the gift with purchases with insane thresholds. This is of course a good thing for LEGO because they keep their audience happy for a short time with these new and amazing sets. But for fans, once that initial excitement runs out, we're still left wanting sets from the themes that we love. This whole problem is brought about by the adults who can buy what they want with their big paychecks. Of course they're going to get a larger set that cashes in on their nostalgia compared to a wave of sets from a new theme. But if they were to make a whole new theme with adult vibes like Castle, Agents, or Pirates, I'm sure we'd all buy those next. It's frustrating because I didn't believe a new theme like Dreams could even sell that well compared to those we adults want, but if it's sticking around for this long, I guess it has. Until LEGO sees that adult audience asking for other themes, I don't think LEGO will make them. And that's a shame because they don't want to go out on a limb and test the market after they've seen so much success with their current model. Let's talk more about those adult paychecks because that's what you're going to need to afford any of the LEGO sets they're putting out today. It's no secret that LEGO has gotten more expensive over the last 15 years, and as you can imagine, this is brought upon mostly by adults. Inflation has a small part to play, sure, but adults are the ones that keep buying these sets regardless of the prices so they or children in their lives can enjoy the hobby. And that would include me. And you. We are the problem. What's funny is original sets historically are cheaper to make because LEGO doesn't have to pay for the IP, but since a large majority of their products are now IP based, we have to pay more on average than when we did 15 years ago. We adults are the ones that have made this problem, but trust me when I say that we can fix it. Vote with your wallet. Don't buy the set if you don't like the price. Try and fight that FOMO and fix the problems that adults started in the first place.